everyone. Hi. Wow, we've done this 85 times. Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Courageous Exchanges. I'm Alex.
I'm Joi.
And my birthday's coming up. It's always almost a Leo's birthday.
It's almost Leo season.
All Leos do is judge time based on how many months it is until their birthday. Mm-hmm. They could have just celebrated their birthday. And they're already talking about what they're going to do next year.
I'm not sure what the problem is with that. But anyway, it's almost my birthday. I'm turning 40 this year, and I'm very excited about being this guy.
As someone who's in close proximity to Leos often, this is a conversation that I find myself having at least 2 to 3 times a week. Just for context, we're pretty far out from Leo season.
Maybe. When this airs, it might be tomorrow. Or still 3 months out. But still, we're close to Leo season. Right now, we're about 6 months out. But Leo season is always coming, baby. Does it ever end? You know, we just want y'all to think it does.
To her credit, this is a major birthday this year because you're turning 40.
You're turning 40.
And so that's exciting.
You know, I believe every year is a major year. You should always celebrate your birthday. I judge people who are not birthday people. Well, judge is a strong word. I want to know why you're not a birthday person. Like, who hurt you on your birthday? Because somebody did it. Somebody did it. But we are 40-ish. I'm turning 40.
Don't try it.
You were very early 40s.
Okay.
You were 40 for like 5 minutes.
Because you almost said you in your 40s. That's a different lie.
Okay. You are 40.
I'm baby 40.
You're baby 40. That's big girl 40.
You're not like in your 40s.
Until you're what?
Like 45.
Okay. There. So you're like baby 40.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like 40?
Honestly, I love being 40. Mm-hmm. I think that it's exciting, especially because my life is a lot different from a lot of people who are 40. So, like, I feel great.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel young. I have a lot of fun. Everyone in my, like, social group is about the same age, and we still all have a great time. So, I mean, I feel like I grew up in the best era, and 40 is amazing. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to 40. There are a few reasons. One, because of what you're saying is, like, I feel like when our parents and, like, maybe even that next generation were 40 felt very old. 40 felt like my life is about to be over. And now I feel like my life is, like, pretty. Just starting in a lot of different spaces. So I'm excited about it. I'm also very grateful because I do know people who didn't make it to 40. So being able to celebrate this is going to be fun. And I don't know what celebrating looks like as of now. There are things that I want to do that feel like, because I'm turning 40, it's like these things are more important than a party or some type of large celebration. But I've toyed with the idea. I told people save the date, and I'm like, am I even going to actually do that? I don't know. Am I going on a solo trip? I don't know what I'm going to do. But I do know that I want to celebrate in whatever that looks like turning 40.
Yeah. I think the special thing about celebrating 40 is being very intentional about the people that you choose to celebrate 40 with.
Yes.
Like, it's funny you talked about, you know, who hurt you on your birthday. All of my birthdays have been great.
Right.
Like, I've had some negative experiences associated with my birthday, and so that's why I don't really consider myself a birthday person. Mm-hmm. Now that I am in a very different place in life, now I think I'm more of a birthday person. Yeah. Like, I look forward to, like, the plans and the celebrations and all of that.
Which makes me so happy, because when I first met her, she was like, nobody should celebrate their birthday if they didn't earn it. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, shit, girl. I celebrate my birthday all the time. And she was like, what did you do this year? I'm like, you lived. But that's not how she used to think. So I'm glad she's celebrating birthdays now.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that was probably like a defense, you know, that I had up around like why I didn't enjoy celebrating my birthday. I think that
keeps you from getting disappointed again.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So I think that now, like having turned 40, I'm actually 41. It's when I celebrated 40, I was with the people who I just loved, like, and who I had genuine and authentic relationships with. And there was no one else that I would have wanted to come bring that like landmark birthday in with. So I would say to you, like, whatever you choose to do, make sure that you're intentional about the way that you mark this important event.
I thought about like an intimate dinner with like my closest friends. Maybe I feel like I might want to celebrate my family separately. I don't know. But again, I got some things that I got to check off my to-do list before I really get into birthday planning. So I know it's February today. I don't know when this will air, but it's February now. So when I'm thinking about 6 months, the way that time be timing, it'll be August. And I want to, like, again, get some things out of the way and then hopefully really start planning by May.
What are some of the things you want to get out of the way before you turn 40?
Some financial stuff. I feel like I need to be in a better space financially before I'm like, let me plan some shindig.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel responsible this year.
I love that. And I think that's real, right? Yeah. Like, I know when I was turning 40, that was a big thing for me. Like, starting my business. I started my business on my way to 40.
Yeah.
Was I 40? I was 40 already.
Where were you?
Because it was last year at this time. So I was 40 already. But like starting to like get the ideas around like what I wanted, like what were the steps that I needed to take financially, even career-wise. Yeah. Like I put my job, a very stable and well-paying job, you know, to take a risk and do something different. Yeah. And ultimately, I mean, but I think that 40 is so cool because it's like, it's a call to action, right? Especially if there are like other things that you want to do. Yeah. It's kind of like, it's not cute to like not have certain shit in order when you turn 40. Even though everyone's pacing is different.
It is. It's funny because I feel like some of the people, like I think of my friends, like 25, they're like, oh, 25, 30, oh, 30. I'm like, 30 is still not a real deal to me.
No.
40?
Yeah. I mean, 40, you could still be like having a good time.
But I don't think not being a real adult is not having a good time. I feel like you just need to be more intentional.
Yeah.
30s, I'm like, you're still a baby.
Yeah.
Your brain is only 5 years old. But by 40, you need to be thinking about life differently. And I think we talked about this before. It's like, if I'm only going to live to 80, I only got 40 more years. These last 40 years flew. So, like, what do I want the ones ahead of me to look like? Yeah. And I want to enjoy them, and I want to, like, not struggle and not suffer. And, like, I know life happens and things happen and, like, loss and all of that stuff. But I want to be in a space where I'm, like, I can bounce back differently and I can, again, enjoy my life. And I can do the things and I can, like, not worry about some of these things that feel like such heavy burdens now. It's like, oh, whatever.
I think there's such a benefit to being 40 and being in a space where you're so much clearer about who you are.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like, of course, I think it's people, we always have insecurities or we always need reminders of different things. But I think what I love about being 40 is that I'm very comfortable standing on business and being like, I do this, I don't do that, and here's why.
Yeah.
And mostly, it's not like limiting self-beliefs. It's more so like things that connect to who I am as a person and what I do believe about like the way that I want to show up.
Yeah.
And I think that is like a big change that came about when I turned 40, because I think for so many years of your life, you spent your time trying to conform or fit in or figure out who you are and how, you know, you're going to show up in different spaces.
Yeah.
And now I feel much more comfortable just bringing myself to a space and standing in that. So it's pretty cool.
And it's cool. It feels like very free and very like just limitless in a way. Yeah. One of the things we talk about is like 40-year-olds in the north versus 40-year-olds in the south. 40 in the south is very different than 40 in the north. Yeah. And it's funny because it's not just our conversations. Like I have other friends who like live here now in Georgia. They're like, is there something wrong with us? Because I feel like we're so young at 40. And I know other 40-year-olds who feel so much older. And I'm like, I think the South is just a different place. I think being 25 in the South, you're 40.
Yeah.
You 40 in New York, you're 25.
It's true. And I say this to people who like don't necessarily live in the city, and I'd be like, I don't feel that much different than I did at 25. Like, honestly, I feel better.
Yeah.
Because I have more resources. Yeah. I'm in better relationships.
I have a better relationship with myself.
I have a better relationship with myself. Like, 40 is not really that much different. It's better. But then I meet people that live in other parts of the country. And even like I didn't grow up in the city. I grew up in Rockland County, just like a little bit further north. And like I talk to people even, you know, there, and it's like so different. It's such a different experience where they're kind of just looking at me like, so what actually are you doing with your life?
Like, I got a podcast.
I'm gonna be out here talking shit. Like, but it's true. Like, and I can see it in people when I'm talking to them. They're just kind of like, wait, what do you do?
Yeah. New York City 40 is not everybody.
Yes. It's like you're going out on a Tuesday. You were out till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's just such a different.
Very different. Like I even think about this woman I know. She's 45, and her birthday was on like a Tuesday or Wednesday. She had a party that day, and she's like, "It's a milestone birthday. I'm celebrating on my birthday." And I was like, "Ah, well, my birthday's on Thursday." But I feel like people will be like, I don't want to work on Friday. But if I was in the city, we'd be out.
It'd be a regular day. Because it's today. It's your birthday today.
It's your birthday today, right?
And that's why, and that's why I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, life is so interesting in that way. Like, this is not the way I thought my life was going to look.
Same.
At 40.
Oh my God.
But thank God it does.
Yeah.
I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm doing. And it's such a beautiful thing to have that level of clarity and that level of community. It's not like I'm the only person. It's just like this is the norm in my community.
We turn 40, or we are 40.
Yeah.
What do you think 20-year-old Alex would say to you?
I think 20-year-old Alex would be really, really proud.
Yeah.
Like, I've always been a very active and fun-loving person. And so I think about myself at 20 who, like, all I wanted to do was be independent and have fun and do the things. And, you know, and I think that 20-year-old me would look at me today and be like, that's exactly like the type of 40-year-old lady I want to be. Like, lady. Because my 20-year-old self would definitely call me a lady. But I think that she would definitely be like, that she's independent, she's, you know, educated, has her shit together, has beautiful friends, she is beautiful. Yes, all of those things. Yes. And I think that I'm proud of where I am today, and I'm so glad that I do think that my 20-year-old self will look at me and be like, yo, if that's what 40 looks like, I don't mind that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think 20-year-old Joy would be in awe of just a lot of the things. But I think the thing she'd be most in awe with is the love that I have for myself. I think that would be like, oh, bitch, you like us? I like that. Yeah. Yeah. She would really like that. I think she would be like surprised that we've like done some of the scary things in life. I think she'd be surprised that we're resilient. I think we might be not. I think she might even be surprised that we've like dated. And we had might be surprised. At 20, I was not having sex. She might be surprised. Like, fuck that sex with more than one person. Oh, she might go me out. She might go me out. But I think she'd be proud of us. I think she'd be proud of us. Something I was thinking about the other day, though. So, I don't know what I was. It's been unemotional.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about my dad. And I was like, how many years has it been since my dad passed? My dad passed before my mom, even though my mom was sick. And I'm like, my God, my dad died right after my 25th birthday. And I'm like, that was 15 years ago. And so then I had this moment of like, so many things have happened in 15 years. And I'm like, I'm really different people in the last 15 years. But it makes me really like sit and think. My dad was 42 when I was born. And so I'm gonna be 40. He's been gone for 15 years. It's just like I want to have these conversations, and I do really miss my parents in these like big times where I like do something, accomplish something, because I would love to like know what they think, and I would love to talk to them about turning 40, because you think you're an adult, but it's also like, how do you do some of this stuff, and like, oh, what did you do, and like, what mistakes? Like, even the question I just asked you and I answered is like, well, what would my parents now tell their 40-year-old selves?
Yeah.
Or what would their 30-year-old selves think about them?
Yeah.
And I think that's like something that I would want to know. So yeah, it's just, I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it. I don't feel like 40 years old. I am graying, which I'm here for. But even that, like my goddaughter was like, you should dye your hair because it doesn't go with your personality. What do you mean? She tried it. What do you mean? So, just like even like the physical changes of 40, and I know everybody doesn't go great, but my physical changes are mine, or like just want to be healthier in a better space, because again, if I only got double the more time, I wanna be doing the things, I wanna be healthy, I wanna be able to enjoy it. I don't wanna get to a point where I'm like, and now I need other support to be able to do the things that I'm just doing every day.
Yeah.
So I really like, this feels like a very intentional, very much like joy focused, like betterment of my whole life, the people around me, how I'm just taking care of myself daily.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I think I'm so glad that you're excited about it, and I think that what you shared about health, I know, and my friends know, I'm very big on just like taking care of yourself, like from a medical health standpoint, and like I find that one thing that 40 does do, because again, like you could feel great and all of that, but it does make you hyper aware. Right. Well, it makes me hyper aware about my health.
Okay.
And like my friend's health, and like making sure that like women are doing all of the screenings and all the things that
I actually have an appointment for a mammogram in a few weeks. And my doctor was saying, like, usually it's like when you're 40, but I have history of breast cancer in my family, so I have a mammogram scheduled at the end of the month. And I'm not nervous, I think, because she didn't feel anything, and I've never felt anything. But in thinking about the health of people in my family, it's like, cancer is scary. Yeah. Cancer, and it's on both sides of my family. So it's like, all right, well, we're doing the things now. We're doing the things.
That's the one thing.
Colonoscopies is coming and everything. Yeah. Oh my God.
That's the one thing about 40 that it just is. No matter how good you feel, look, whatever, there are just like these things, especially when you're choosing to do things later in life, that you're very aware that you have to take care of. And so
people be like, let's go skating. Do you know if I fall? Or whatever.
Yeah. Like, and so, like, that's not to be a Debbie Downer, but, like, I always am, like, very much on top of my friends, like, please make sure you take care of your health. That's the one thing we can't trade, besides time. Your health is something that, like, you have to be proactive about. And so, like, yes, 40 is great, but also, like, please prioritize your health. Anyway, let's talk about fun things instead of the not so fun things.
I mean, but it's the real thing.
Yes,
I mean, it's real.
Yeah, it's true though.
I mean, and I feel like older people have said it for years. when you get to be a certain age, your body don't do the same things. And you're like, okay, I'm young anyway. And then you do need a few minutes to warm up to get out the bed.
Yeah.
Because you gotta mentally prepare. But again, I think there is just so much beauty in knowing better and doing better.
Yeah.
And really you only get one of these. So take care of it. So that's my offering to myself for leading up to 40 and being 40 in my 40s for the next decade, as I really want to be kinder to my body. With the things I put in, when I cook, I can eat a salad all day, every day, 1,000 of them. But when I go out to eat, I don't want to eat vegetables. And so it's like the work that I do at home, I undo on the weekends, or I undo when I want to eat Taco Bell.
The way you love Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell.
I need to try it because I haven't had Taco Bell in so long.
I love Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. I do. But I probably shouldn't eat Taco Bell. And I feel like now it sounds like I eat Taco Bell every day. I do Taco Bell every day. But it's just being more aware of what I'm putting in my body, how I'm treating my body. I even think about I think I mentioned this before in the episode we talked about dating. Somebody's like, oh, we'll just find someone to have sex with. No. Even the people who I allow access to my body is way different than years ago. But I just want to be more intentional. Maybe that's my words for the year is peace. My word for maybe being 40 and turning 40 is intention. It's I really want to be intentional about who I'm around, what I'm doing, what I'm eating, how I'm spending my time, how I'm spending my money. Heavy on the people around me. Yeah. People are weird. Yeah. People are weird, guys. Yeah.
I'm thinking about dating at 40.
I didn't make the right place.
I know that this is something that we're working on.
Yeah.
And finding your mate. What does 40 and dating look like, or how does dating at 40 look for you?
I'm going to tell you how I'm hoping it. Okay. And then if that don't work out, what my plan B is. So my church a few weeks ago from when we were recording this, had a relationships thing. And they had a married session, they had a single session. Went to the single session, at the end, they talked about starting a singles group. Okay. I am hoping that my man is also at the singles group, and we fall madly in love at the singles group, and then we be together forever, and easy. Now, if that doesn't work, I do, again, in the tone of intentionality. Intentionality is not the word. Intentionality. I was on a dating app again for maybe 2 days, and I was like, I hate this. But I do want to be intentional about the spaces that I'm putting myself in to meet men who I feel like are of the value, who will share the same values and morals and standards that I also have. Yeah. Which might not look like the bar. It might look like the library. It might look like an art show. Are there men at the library? There are men at the library.
Nice.
There are men at the library. Yeah. So
what are they doing? Are they sitting down reading?
Some of them are sitting down reading. Some of them are working. Some of them are looking at books. Because I'm a library girl now. I go to the library, get books and stuff.
So that would be so cute. Yes. To be like, I met my man at the library.
Yes.
It was like in the
20-year-old Joi would be like, that's weird. But 40-year-old Joi likes that idea. Oh, 20-year-old Joi worked in the library.
In the show. Oh, you did?
I worked at the library in college.
Oh. I used to go to the library to sleep in college. Between classes.
No, I worked there. And I worked after college. I was in the library too. Yeah. But so it would be cool to meet somebody at the library. It would be cool to meet somebody at church. This woman that I met through social media, we were in this challenge together, she made a post on Valentine's Day that she met her husband at Publix. And I'm like, bitch, let me find out. I need to not go to the grocery store looking like I rolled out of.
Because you want a man who is taking care of his home and like getting groceries and things like that. So it actually makes a lot of sense to meet somebody at Publix or at the library.
And my old therapist, shout out to her. We had talked about this years ago. She's like, meet a man where you want him to be. She's like,
I love that
idea. She had talked about like, she was like, when her and her husband met on a match, I think. And she said, at the time, she was like a party girl, and he wasn't. And she was like, there was a part of her that was almost like, oh, he's corny. She's like, but now in their 40s, she likes that her husband is in the garage, like, fixing cars. Or like, reading a book. She was like, because I'm not that same girl. I like that he's not in those spaces that I don't want to be in. And so, like, you know, I don't think meeting a person at a bar or a club or whatever is bad. And they might still, I mean, if I'm there, you probably just want to have fun.
Yeah.
But, you know, I do want to be intentional about where I'm going and how I'm showing up there.
I love that. I
think it's a hot fucking mess.
Do you think that 40 brings the expectation of some kind of permanence or commitment in dating?
I think you need to have that conversation sooner. If that's what you want. I want to be married. So I think that's a conversation I would have sooner than later. Because if somebody doesn't want that,
yeah, I think it's different. You're right, because like in your like 20s and 30s, you could date somebody for a few months before you even have that conversation. Because in essence, you're trying to figure out if you even want that with that person,
right? And it's not necessarily the conversation I don't want that with you that I have now. But it's like, is that something that you're even open to?
Yeah,
it's not. Okay, well, I'm dating for a purpose. If your purpose is just to have sex or like go on dates or find housing, because homosexuals are real things.
Oh Lord,
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
If you want to date because you want a long-term relationship that leads to marriage, we can do this.
No, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. 40 is exciting.
I'm excited.
It's a beautiful time.
Very grateful for the opportunity God has given me to be 40. Yeah. What is one word you would use to describe 40 for you?
I would say intentionality.
Yeah.
I'm very intentional about my day to day. I am very intentional about the way that I spend my time. I'm very intentional about the things that I say and the way that I show up in spaces, especially in difficult spaces. I think about work. And like, especially when it comes to work, there are very few things that are left to chance. Like, there is a plan. It's changed the way that I work. It's changed the way that I interact at work, because there's a larger picture, or there's a bigger picture that I am working towards. And so I think it's very, like, definitely intentionality, but also authenticity. And I kind of think that goes more so like with my real life, my friends, my relationships, my family. I love being able to just be my authentic self, you know, and I know those 2 words, but I'm 40, I can do what I want.
And I'm grateful and I'm so thankful for my friends who are already 40, who I feel like model the thoughts that I already had to validate, like that it's not old and scary. It's fun. It's you're 30 junior or senior, but like we put so much, society puts so much pressure on age and numbers and reaching certain milestones by a certain time that I think people don't always get to enjoy stepping into a new decade. And so I'm grateful for you, for Kika, for Tori, for everything. All my friends who are 40 already who are just like, I'm still that girl.
Yeah.
Been that girl.
And
Or even if I haven't been that girl, I'm that girl now.
Yeah. Also that, because you can always grow into that girl.
Yeah.
So if you're not feeling like that girl, what steps you gonna take to get to be that girl?
Period.
Because it's never over.
Never. As long as you have breath in your lungs.
It's funny too because like in my like social group at home, I turned 40 first. And so it was like weird. It was scary because I was like, oh, I'm the oldest in the group, and like it never felt like I was the oldest until I was turning 40. Now it's like a thing. When I was like 37, 38, it didn't matter. But now it's like, oh, we're celebrating a birthday, and it's a 40, right? And it was like it was beautiful and fun and all of the things, but I definitely kind of felt like a little alone because I was like, there's no one for me to look at about like how this should look and feel like. And I'm so grateful to my friends because they like, lifted me up and you were there and like we celebrated and it was such a beautiful time. But I definitely was like kind of in this space of being like, what do I do now that I'm 40? And then I just like kind of embraced it and grew into it. But there was nowhere to look. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So 40 feels limitless.
Yeah. It is. That's a great word for it. It is limitless. It is. I hope that if there's people turning 40 this year, that y'all are looking forward to it too.
Happy birthday!
Who are you saying happy birthday to?
That's why I started laughing.
Oh, Lord.
Happy birthday to the people turning 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
There's a lot of 40s coming up in the front group, and like there's a lot of people turning 40. So,
oh my God, I'm like, can I go to every 40th birthday party? Probably not. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But unless $1 million fall out the sky, it's my wallet and my heart. But no, So if you're turning 40, celebrate that shit. If you're turning 30, celebrate it. You're turning 31. I think every year you should celebrate that you made it another year. And if there's something to our earlier point of feeling like you need to have accomplished something, set a goal. In a previous episode, we talked about no paparazzi. Set a goal that nobody knows about, accomplish it, and celebrate that for your birthday.
Yeah, it's true. And also just think about, I was going to say something. I just lost my thought.
Welcome to 40. I do that all the time. I'm surprised I got this. What I was going to say.
It was good too, but I just lost it. Hangs my head in shame as the baby.
Is it going to come back?
Probably not.
We can like stall while it comes.
No, we should just move on.
Okay. Is it back yet?
No.
You know how to do it?
No.
Okay. Well, you're so beautiful and kind and amazing. And I love you, and I'm so glad that we're doing this journey in this era. Okay, see?
So the great thing about 40, someone asked me once, what does 40, why do you not feel old at 40? And my response to that is that you're only old when you stop committing to growing and learning and traveling and exposing yourself to different cultures and ways of being and ways of thinking. And I think that is what has helped me stay fresh and feeling good about 40, because I'm not stagnant in the way that I think or in what my mindsets are around things. I understand that there's still so much more for me to learn and grow and do. And so I think that's kind of what keeps me spicy and like on it. So if that's what you're fearful of, is like being old, that's all on you. Like you only get old when you stop growing. So figure out what it is and just like commit to growing and learning and getting better and shifting mindsets and your ways of thinking about things. Don't be stagnant, and then you'll stay young.
Drops mic. Well, stay young, stay fun. No matter how old you are, if you are older than 40 and listening to this, shout out to you too. Like Alex said, once you limit yourself, you stop learning and growing, then
that's it. Finito, papito.
So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this podcast with someone who you think might like it. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Courageous Exchanges. If you want to just send us an email, you can email us at courageousexchanges@gmail.com.
Thank you so much, and remember to live a courageous and authentic life. Bye.